GOP senators alarmed after classified Iraq briefing. What's going on, guys? Make Electric. It is Wednesday, June the 25th, 2014. Another Operation Blackjack alert. This would be a video response to my video from yesterday. If you haven't seen that, that'd be the first link. Check this out. Several Republican senators who attended a classified briefing on Iraq from administration and military officials on Tuesday warned the threat from the Sunni extremist group to the homeland is growing by the day and that the U.S. has little time to act. Quoting a senator from Florida, "When I spoke about this the last few days, this was an urgent counterterrorism risk to the United States, and now has become more so," says it's a rapidly deteriorating situation. Several Democratic senators declined to comment on the briefing, citing it was classified, but several Republicans who talked to reporters gave a dire assessment of what would happen if the U.S. did not help Iraq beat back ISIS, an onslaught of Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Senator Lindsey Graham says ISIS' goal was to create an Islamic caliphate in the Middle East and drive U.S. out of the region by striking the U.S. at home. Seems to me they're prepping us for something. The next 9/11? I have no idea. I'll put a link to this. In all my years of making these warnings and being a watchman for this event, I've never seen it like this. I've just never seen it. I got a gaggle of more links for you. CBS Dallas-Fort Worth has this. Iraqi extremists promising attack could slip through Mexican border. No crap. The border's wide open. What have we been saying? Be advised, more shakeups in the U.S. military as we've seen over the years. This just came out. New leaders tapped for ISAF, SOCOM, and NORAD, June 24th, 2014. Is that mixed in with all this? They're moving their chess pieces around. From the Washington Times, do you need a clear sign that this country is changing? Washington Times has this. Homeland Security Advisor tweets that America is an Islamic country. I'll put the link. I'd really like to know your thoughts on that. Got a bunch more for you here. Speaking of the border, Obama-appointed judge says border fence is racist against Mexicans. North American Union Security and Prosperity Partnership. It screams it. You know, is our northern border racist against Canadians? I'm just curious. Put this link. These are crazy times, people. CBS Houston, speaking of the border, I found this comical, has this. Homeland Security seeks thousands of pairs of underwear for detained immigrants. Who's paying for that? Oh, the United States taxpayer. Yes, have some. From We Are Change, more signs. You know, Jericho Season 2, the press, any sort of media had to have government-issued credentials. Check this out. Confidence in U.S. news media is shrinking, says poll. June 20th from We Are Change. I'll follow that up with one from InfoWars. Hillary Clinton calls for harsh restrictions on alternative media. Yeah, because the alternative media is kicking ass and taking names. That's why. Put a link to this. That's why CNN they're running shows now like the 60s, and they're talking about OJ Simpson again, and parts unknown. And CNN has turned into like a Discovery/History channel, just trying to keep their ratings up. More eerie, you know, Jericho Season 2, what did they do? They got rid of the Second Amendment. Gun grab alert, UN caught posting jobs for disarmament. This posted one day ago. Put a link to it. Is that part of all this? HuffPost Religion, you know, Operation Blackjack had the slide where everyone in the country was required to report for a one-time inoculation against a number of viruses and whatnot. This just come out. Religious objections to vaccine can't threaten public health, judge rules. This came out 6/24. Does that have anything to do with what's going on now? If you don't take your poison, if you don't take your thimerosal, you're a threat. ABC News. Let's talk about the stock market. Who put sleeping pills into the Wall Street's water? Is the lack of fear on Wall Street something to fear? Put a link to this. One more at the bottom, interestingly enough, from Business Insider. Dubai stock market crashes. Took a big hit, I believe. I don't know if it's yesterday or today. Put a link to it if you want to look into it. Some other, just off the top of my head, stuff that I jotted down. It was a midterm election year in Jericho when the nukes went off. Our debts have been forgiven. What's the U.S. debt clock at now? I haven't looked at it lately. I guarantee you it's way more than it was last time I saw it. DHS has enough ammunition to try to fight a 24-year-long war. And something that may or may not be important, Season 1, Season 1 of Jericho, right before the nukes went off, there was a news report talking about how low the president's approval rating has sunk to a new low. I'll put all these links below, guys, just some connections I'm making. Are we about to see an event? Seems to me they're priming us for something. I'd really like your thoughts on this. Tell me I'm not crazy. This is all mainstream news now. Okay? Please rate the video. Please pass it around. Make people aware that this stuff is going on. Crazy times, people. Remain on guard. Remain vigilant. I will see you on the next one.